Let's jump right in, and I am starting with this piece of blue paper that is going to be the inside of the mini book. The idea is to create some kind of inner spine with this piece of paper. I made some folds in it with a score and right now it will look like this when you fold it together. Now let's make it a little bit more firm so it can hold down a couple of pages. I turned the paper over and I am putting glue inside of the valleys and keep a firm grip and hold it in place. Do the same for the second valley, put some glue down, keep a firm grip and hold everything in place for a short while. While I put the inner spine to the side to dry properly, I'm going to collect some inner pages for the mini book. That means I took the whole chapter 3 from Sizzix and Tim Holtz out, and I'm just going to see what I like, what I think I can use, which papers I love, or maybe which theme I'm going to work with, and I'm going to make a collection for myself to get some inspiration. In this case, I chose a postal theme, and for me it means that I'm going to use the envelope and a little bit of red and blue here and there, and also some papers that are connected to this theme, like a letter or postcards and other papers that have some postal in it, like an airplane or maybe some words like airmail and letters. But you can also create your own background. In this case, I used the Tim Holtz Stampset Correspondence and some matching colors for this project in blue and red, so it is good to combine with everything else. And this is what it looks like up close. Now on to the next step, and let's create a book cover together. I am using regular packaging paper that was sent to me in a box, and that is what I save for these kind of projects. And I am going to glue two pieces together so it will be more sturdy. Make sure to rub all air bubbles out so then you can use it inside of your embossing folder. I am using the new embossing folder, and that is called Numbered. For me, in the postal theme, this could be linked to like a zip code or maybe the number on your house. Make sure that you will have the right measurements of the spine and also the right measurements of the book box, because this little mini album will have to fit inside of the book box. Also check your folds, you really want them to be sharply folded. And when that is done, it is time to play around a little bit. And here comes in all the pages and die cuts that you made before. And just take a look on what looks right to you, what looks nice, what you prefer, what you do not like. Just have a little bit of fun. Right now I am working on some basic pages, but that does not mean you cannot do anything with them later on. You can also think about creating like windows or frames or other cutout shapes. When you have the right selection of papers and you are satisfied, it is time to roughen up the edges of those papers. I am using the Tim Holtz paper distresser and I'm just moving it back and forth alongside all the papers. This is also a repeating step throughout the whole project because every paper that I need and use is going to be distressed with the paper distresser. Another thing that I repetitively do is inking up the edges with some brownish ink. A quick and easy way to decorate your papers is to use some tape, and I am using the Tim Holtz postal tape. Use the tape that you feel like. You can cut off the edges, but you can also tear them, and if one side is a little bit longer than the other side, that's okay. We are not striving for perfection. The mini book, the inner spine, will have 3 valleys, so in every valley I will put a piece of tape. To make the mini book matching with the book box that we already made in part 1 of this video series, I am going to repeat some steps and I am beginning to add some red paint. This color is called Santa Red and it's from Deco Art Americana. You do not have to push the brayer down very hard. It is more likely to just roll slightly and gentle over the raised areas. And you are also going to do this with this beautiful blue color, the Distress Paint Prize Ribbon. When you are not satisfied with this light result, you can always press harder and press some more paint down. I also wanted the background to be a little bit more filthy, so I got out my vintage photo ink pad. Just spray a little bit of water on top of it and dab your paper in it. Pick up as many ink as you like, and even if you want to spray directly onto the paper, you can. Repeat this step until you are satisfied and happy with the result. When the cover was dry and also the inner spine, I decided to already stitch along the sides. It is time to glue the inner spine to the book cover. And to do so, I am using the Distress Collage medium, and I'm going to glue it part by part by part and not the whole thing in once. Keep the glued piece of paper in place, maybe for some while with your hands and fingers, but you can also use clips so you can work on something else in the meantime. Here you can take a look up close how the spine is attached to the book cover. Let's start with gluing down some pages for the inside of the book, and I am starting off with the file folder from the die set Specimen. The next page that I am going to glue in is a card of the die set Collector. Do not worry that we can still see the blue side of the flap because we are going to cover it with the envelope. This envelope is from the die set Postal. The clean brown color is not to my liking, so I grabbed some vintage photo and did the same that I also did on the book cover, just smudge some ink around. I did not only want some brown tones, so I got out some picket fence from the spray stains and just splattered around and just dabbed my fingers in it. It is time to glue the envelope down. Just give it a good amount of glue and also check that when you put it down, you cover the blue flap of the spine. Let's go straight to the next page. There is another card that I put on top, but because then it is closed, I thought it would be nice to make a window cutout, so I did. And of course you want it to open and close, so I am making a little paper hinge to do so. Because I already used the designer postal tape before on the blue spine, I'm going to repeat this step on this paper too, to give it a cohesive and matching look. To make this mini book a little bit more interesting and give it some extra layers, I am going to cut out a window with one of the die cuts. I always like these kind of windows because it makes you curious. Maybe you can see a part of the next page and you really want to know what is behind the window. Now we can glue down the next page. I am using two cards from the specimen die set, and one is the total shape and the other one I cut half, more than half off, so you can create an instant pocket. This envelope was totally prepared the same as the first envelope. The only difference is this: I cut open the side of the envelope to make it a slide-in pocket for maybe a little tag or a little letter. First I glued down the middle two pieces, then made a cut on the side, and after that you can close the envelope like you normally do by gluing it down. Make sure to glue this envelope down in the right way and cover up the blue piece of flap of the spine. I will turn all the pages for you so you can get an idea and see how the basic of this mini book looks like. When you like my videos and get your inspiration out of it, please like, subscribe or comment down below, or even share this video with your friends. I also appreciate it when you take the effort to take a look at my Patreon link that I will put in the description box below. Thank you for your time and watching the video. Bye!